Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be Joe's Punishment Review, which is TNA's Turning Point in 2010. I, of course, Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuta.
Turning Point 2010, the show that has no review worth reading, so we're just on this off the top of my head, so it's going to be like 10 minutes tops.
You're getting a shorter one this week, guys.
You're welcome. Mike today Taz are the commentators in the Impact Zone on November 7th, 2010. And the Impact Zone doesn't give it attendance, so there's one. First, TNA X-Division title. Jay Lethal defending against Robbie E. A stinker. And mockery to X-Division. Robbie was just pure banned in the ring. And he did very little of anything here. Just rolling out, explaining running the cookie again and again. That's his manager. And explained to her how she should interfere and all that. They're waiting for it to happen and then slap on Russell. This is the X-Division that TNA loves to hype up. Pure boredom, apparently, at this point, by Doug Mitchell. Base star and half. F. Alright, that's great. Moving on next, Mickie James and Tara went to a no contest in 8-14. Pretty good match that could have been way better if it just didn't end in no contest. Mickie and Tara were casually showing up the direction that TNA was going in with their knockouts. That which the direction this point was all mass and rain all the time. It brought both in ring work and intensity that the old knockouts weren't bringing. It was a huge letdown since they ended a random double countout, but I did some full Skyward match in the next pay-per-view. Which they were rolling throughout the night, and speaking of mastery, she laid out Mickie for the main event while they were still rolling throughout the show. And her and Tara left together. But for the match, it was a good match before it ended. Up next, we're TNA World Tag Team titles. The Motor City Machine Guns defeated Team 3D. It's their team championships. I love both teams because of their illustrious careers they have. As their two of the more top tag teams in TNA history. And this match was a thin last rodeo of Team 3D. And as a fully operational duo until 2015. Then again until tomorrow night, until this Thursday on Impact 1000. This actually felt different where MCMG worked that their usual fast-paced style, high brash, while 3D does the old school methodical approach to their outfits. Surprisingly, both meshed well and outstanding battle, solid in ring work and psychology, great play emotions. Saban kick out of 3D's 3D. Saban kick out of 3D is a highlight, and the first person that would know at that point may still be, not 100% sure, may still be the only person to kick out of 3D. Is Chris Saban.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, and that's the one moment that Saban uses to kickstart what looked like he was the most successful wrestler at MCMG at first, but now they're practically even.
Yeah.
The win by MCMG solidified their presence as a fantastic team, even though they were already the TNA tag champs. This solidified by beating a team like Dudley Scream, carrying TNA on their backs. And it was a successful mission of passing the torch by Team 3D. Outstanding stuff, And believe it or not, that was my match tonight.
I figured.
So overall, I would give the show a...
there's more, you know it.
Oh. Up next, singles match, Rob Van Dam versus Tommy Dreamer. Rob Van Dam defeated Tommy Dreamer. Mainly a story match contested between two guys who kayfabe were rapping anywhere else to fight each other, pointlessly. Often cringeworthy wash, as RJ was taking Nancy Foles for no reason. I don't know if he's selling when he twishes it or taking like a neck move off the apron, but I don't know, or if it was legit hurt. So many weapon shots to the head. Dreamer broke his wrist on a botched frog splash. which, and they don't go home because everybody has to get all his shit in. Amazing match if you have no empathy for the people behind the wrestlers. Difficult watch otherwise. And not because of Tommy Dreamer being slowed down and RVD don't care like TNA. Not because that was another reason being difficult. D, because there was effort there, but hard to watch. But just go through the motions. And Tommy Dreamer breaking a wrist and just taking around. 10-minute tag team match. Fortune, AJ Styles, Douglas Williams, James Storm, Kazarian, and Robert Roode defeat EV 2.0, Brian Kendrick, Raven, Rhino, Sabu, and Stevie Richards. Now, how does Brian Kendrick fit into EV 2.0, you may ask? I'm going to give you an answer. Because they needed somebody that was under 40 that could move.
Yeah, that's usually how TNA thinks of things.
This match starts out nice with Brian Kendrick, the number team who, like I said, is around 40. Not that 40 years old anymore. But this group of guys are broken down at 40. Maybe mine's like Rhino. Who is around 40 and barely messed up on the team, and therefore the worker of the bunch, clearly. Once again, his team in 2010. Brian Kendrick, Raven, Rhino, Sabu, and Stevie Richards in 2010. Brian Kendrick hung well with Fortune. Then Kendrick is legit hurt. And take out the match. After that, a dark cloud seems to be hanging over the rest of the match, and they're just going for the motions. Sabu used to pin, not that I care too much. Lumberjack match. Abyss defeat D'Angelo De Niro. The Lumberjacks are Pope's homies. Brother. Or friends of Pope. Yes.
Okay.
Interesting touch that the Lumberjacks are specifically friends of Pope. But but here's the twist. Here's the swerve, bro. They were paid off by Immortal. So they eternal Pope for the match.
I mean, man, if you can't trust your homies, who are you going to trust?
That was the same. Got my whole shirt. It kind of telegraphs that the finish when they had their hands on Bish, which while Wolverine puts him back in ring instead of attack him and let him dominate. Very, I'll say, acceptable work here. And that's all I can say about. Abyss is sometimes Alpha's element in non-hardcore matches. And that's obvious from this one. See? Because they didn't bosh much. Up next, Jeff Jarrett defeats Samoa Joe. Result aside, this was well worked, I thought, for the 10 minutes that they got. Like I said, Bruce Reeves, and my match at 2000, part 2, save a card, which will be uploaded by this week. We got part 1 up today on Friday. Got part 1 up last night. We got to upload part 2 today because I'm lazy. Part 2 will be uploaded this weekend. These will be uploaded both by Monday. As well. Very solid work by Tony for Garrison Parker, as you will see in the match of each video. I don't think he should be in the television. And Joe can work where he wants to. So you got a solid, good match with Jeff Jarrett beating Samoa Joe in the end. But I'm not going to take their B away from them for working hard, so they're good. I can't explain why I like it so much, because the rating they got on Cage Match I'm looking at is a 5, so I don't know why I like it so much, but maybe I just drank too much like yesterday. And main event. TNA World Heavyweight Title match. Jeff Hardy defeated Matt Morgan. Jeff's very much in the wrong environment. As you're asking, one of the most famous spot monkey-esque wrestlers of all time to work a slow pace, limb work, submission based rest hold main event as a heel against what you get is a low intensity, a low action. Jeff isn't able to demonstrate the psychology that he's so great at to make this work because he's a heel. Matt Morgan, for his part, was no selling a lot of time, but he probably doesn't know how to wrestle anyway, so that's no surprise. And he's the baby face. While he was getting his limb work done by the 6'2", in his dreams, but 5'11" heel. On the almost 7-foot baby face, who's on his fucking talent as Undertaker, King, or Big Show, so it's not going to work. That's him as baby face. So he needed to be as a babyface heel reversals. Jeff can make Matt Morgan look good. This is like a C. Matt Morgan bumping for Jeff. No. Jeff won by immoral shenanigans. I suspect after a ref bosh from Bischoff's son, lets Jeff dodge a certain 3 count and come back. Sorry. Overall, I'm giving this show a F. Mickey and Tara, the Dudleys and MCMG, Jeff Jarrett and Samoa Joe all deserve better than this shit show. AJ Styles stuck with 9 other guys. Oh, not really fortunate. AJ Styles is stuck with 4 other guys and Brian Kendrick. Jeff's working heel. RVD's working Tommy Dreamer. Jay Lethal's working around the E. Yeah. This pay-per-view's not really talked about for how bad it is. And I can see why it's not really talked about. But I mean, it's really bad too. But I enjoyed Victor Guerrero 9 more than this. Just because there was something for me to talk about. That'd be good. Fine, I'm going to shut to over 12 minutes. Alright, now for this. Up next will be our Survivor Series 2013 retro review. Oh, that sucks too. But there's stuff to talk about. See?
Yeah.
See that.
See you then.